that is something that really bothered me for a very long time. Now, today, me and my mom have a great relationship, but I had to mature and grow and learn for myself who she was outside of what people was telling me. And in some cases, some people don't get an opportunity to reconnect with their parents that's been absent. But don't destroy your children by feeding all those toxins in them so young. Because that's going to affect their future. Everything that is embedded in us impacts how we function in society. And had I not gotten older and more mature, and me and my mom had a very tough conversation when I got older as well. And she apologized for a lot of things. And I heard her side of the story. And they always say it is her side, his side, and the truth. And there was some truth out of both of what they were saying. And that's how I was able to come to the conclusion that, okay, this is what happened. And, you apologize for your part in it. And you want us to have a relationship. And that's all I ever wanted. One was an apology, and to actually have an opportunity to have a relationship if that's something she would have wanted. And if that was not what she would have wanted, I would have respected that as well. At least I tried. So just be mindful of those things, because I grew up where Mother's Day was difficult for me because, yes, I had my mom, but I wanted both of my moms. And a lot of it was, how could my mom birth me and not love me? See, those things play in a child's head. How can my mom birth me and she don't come see me or call me, and all those different things? Like, those things play in a child's head over and over again, because you're the adult and a child's looking for you for guidance. And the guidance that you're giving is off of your own relationship that you have with that particular person. It may not have been positive. And so you're pouring all of that and projecting all of that into the child, and the child is downloading all this information, which is what I was doing, downloading all this information. And now I've taken on the form of how you felt about her. And now I am reenacting, and I am projecting that on her. I've already shut myself off before allowing her the opportunity to explain herself or apologize. So those things are very important. They're very, very important. Parents are not perfect. And nobody should expect their parents to be perfect. Every day they're learning. Every day, they're growing. And during that time, there was a lot of parents. Like I said, I have friends, and I've been in relationship with guys that did the same exact thing to their children when it pertained to the parent that was absent. And they all had the same negative idea, the same negative image of their parent. Like, we all were mimicking what our parents was telling us about our parents. And some of them, of course, they didn't have the opportunity to talk to their parent. And some of them did. And it had a positive outcome. But we had to get out of our own ways outside of what we had been taught and what was downloaded into our system. So just keep that in mind. I think that we should create healthy spaces, even when parents are absent. I see a lot of things where parents are exposing children too young to certain things as it pertains to that parent that may be absent. And it's damaging them before they're able to fully develop and understand what's truly going on. So allow them the opportunity to actually grow. And in time, let them come to you at an age of maturity to be able to have that conversation. Because then you can have an honest conversation about, okay, this is what's happening. And don't be so negative about it. Whatever grudge you have towards that person, don't throw all of that on the child. It's not fair. It's not fair to the child if you just throw all that on them. Because 9 times out of 10, you're angry, and a lot of that anger is coming off, and the child is confused as to where all this is coming from. I could remember conversations that my dad would have with us and pertains to our mom. And me and my brother just as confused as can be. I'm sitting there looking around like, where is this even coming from? I mean, because it would be random sometimes. And my brother just looking at me, and I'm like, okay, And then when we actually got to know her for ourselves, we realized she was going through some things. And like I said, there was some truth in both stories. And after apologizing and trying to make amends with a lot of things, I've learned to forgive and move forward. And I believe that even in that, for anybody that's going through that, please, please, please find it in your heart to allow yourself to forgive that person, because we don't know why they chose not to be involved. We don't know why they chose to do what they did when they did it. Forgive them. And just move forward. Move forward with love in your heart and peace in your heart. And if you're not able to get closure, seek your own closure. Even if that means coming to the realization that you deserve better and you can create a space for your children in the future to have what you didn't have. Be better than them. Don't allow what they did to dictate how you're going to be as a parent. Because those children are innocent and they're looking up to you. So allow yourself to, and even in that, sometimes a lot of people, and I've heard this in many cases, some people have healed through their children, becoming that parent that they did not have for their children. And that put them in a better space. So just think about those things. Allow yourself to forgive, move forward, and press on to the next thing and say, hey, that was their decision. That's the life they chose. I'm not going to choose the same life. I'm not going to fall victim to that same thing, because I know that I can do better than what my parents did. And even in that, I would never fault my dad for his methods. I never fault my parents for their methods of doing things, because they felt like that was the best thing to try to protect us, if that's what they felt like they were trying to do. But it did have a lot of negative effect on me. But at the same time, those are things that I had to learn to grow from and allow myself to heal from. And I have. So I encourage you to do the same thing. Allow yourself to heal. Don't hold on to that. Don't harvest all of that. Let it go. Release all of that energy that you got built up inside of you that is stirring up negativity. Release it. Turn it into something positive. And continue to move forward with life, because guess what? Life goes on. You can stay stuck in the past, or you can press forward to your future. Continue to show love and light in all situations. This is Taylor with Cozy Corner. Have a wonderful night.